What's up, guys? This is Coach Gabe with Coqui Volleyball Club. It's our second vlog. Just got home yesterday from the tournament, and there's a little tournament in Foley, Alabama. Teams missing from that. I love how you choose to drink water every time I start doing one of these. I love it every time. Um, Teams that were missing from the tournaments, our 18s national didn't travel to that. Our 15s one didn't travel to that, and our 14s one didn't travel to that. Two of those are my team. The other one is Coach Sydney's team. Reason being is very simple for us, is that at least for me, I want to be able to go to the tournaments and watch the other teams and watch the coaches and teach the coaches and just grow the game and be a part of all the other teams if I can. If my team is there, I can't do that. Same as Sydney. So the only issue is I think Sydney's not coaching the 17s too as well. So whatever time she has off at those tournaments, she'll go watch and supervise and teach. So good overall. I think our 14s Hattiesburg finished third, dropping two matches, basically the two matches to the two finalists. They can do a little bit better, more organized and stuff like that. I think overall, for the other 14s, I heard a lot from Coach Sydney and all this stuff, and there's some growth, and I love it. I mean, I've seen some growth in general. I got to see all the 16s team play. I saw some of the 12s play, and I saw a lot of growth in some of these teams, and I had time to work with the coaches and teach them and stuff like that, which is what I like to do. The 16s won the whole thing for us. The 16s won did. They're looking good. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Even I was surprised at how good they've been clicking, and it honestly took one move to make it all click. And I give credit to credit is due. It was the first one that tried it. Was her school coach at Northwest Ranking, putting C-Dub on the outside as a lefty, and developing her in that area during school season. And then we just cleaned up some stuff while she's been here with us when it comes to the passing and defense and stuff like that. And it clicked. It worked. So all credit goes to that coach for making that move. We moved her to that position, and it's worked out, and it's kind of clicked with the team very well. It's also good that we have a brand new little setter that's explosive and fun and consistent, and two liberos that are studs, and another outside who has been working out so much that now she can jump, and then two players that have embraced the middle job as blocking is important and they want to block and all these things. And we got returners and all this stuff as well. It's just clicked very well. And I am proud of them. I'm proud of them because they've stuck it out and they've made it work, and now it's just clicking. So it's a good thing. The only time I stepped in this weekend is when I saw one of my coaches drowning, or a coach asked me for help, which is a good thing. Coaches with big egos that don't want to ask for help to learn and stuff like that is bad for the team and the players. You gotta want to grow. You gotta want to learn. So I appreciate coaches that ask for help and want to be taught. And I stepped in with one of my coaches because I saw that, and I worked with her, taught her a little bit of things. And there was another coach that constantly called me over for help. And then I stepped in the championship because I saw some not technical stuff, some game-related stuff that needed to be addressed for us to be able to pull it. Usually that team would sink after a situation like they dropped their first set in the championship. They hadn't dropped the set the entire tournament. Then they dropped the first set of the championship. Usually they go downhill. That's usually been their MO. And instead they just picked it up and they execute it. And the best thing as a coach for me, my perspective, is having players and setters that execute and listen to you and trust you and do what you say, regardless if they agree or disagree. And in fact, I mean, there's a video on our TikTok page that shows me calling a play out of a timeout, and it requires at that point the entire team to just be on board with it. And it requires the setter being like, okay, let's do it. and that's it. It requires them just trusting what you're saying. And, I caught some win on that in the championship, telling my setters certain stuff, telling my hitters certain stuff, and they just applied it right away instead of questioning it or saying, well, I don't know. They just like, okay, that's what you said. Okay, that's what I'm doing. It's simple. And they execute it, and it just always turns out to be good. I mean, it's just kind of that stuff. I mean, even talking to a setter that's not comfortable setting the middle, and I told her, I was like, hey, you need to set this player if you get a good pass. She said it. She didn't question it. She struggled setting the middle for the most part, and even with that, she just said it because I said it. I said to set it. So for me, that's kind of the good players. To me, those are good players. Players that can listen and apply. What you're saying is always going to make them better. But I prefer giving all the credit to my coaches. I think that she did an excellent job getting them there. I think that they all did an excellent job this weekend, and I think that they're all committed to working. And for me, the understanding of all this is as coaches, we all want to grow, we all want to get better, we all want to develop just so we can help the players succeed and work it out. And that's something great that I'm getting out of this, and being able to work with the coaches and changing the schedule so I can be there, and just pay attention to everything so I can help a little bit more. But other than that, I felt like it was a good weekend. Next weekend, we travel, a lot of our teams travel to a little local tournament, and I go to Texas with the 18s National, and the weekend after that, I go up to Memphis, Tennessee, to test out my 15s to see how the 15s do, and keep you posted on all that. But for the most part, again, good tournament, have fun, learned a lot. Now I got to go deal with practices, and hopefully we can keep growing from this and developing some more. On anything else, we'll see what happens. Deuces.